Where do you think the most interesting AI applications will come on the therapeutic hypothesis? Like the ability to kind of say, this might be something that could be interestingly effective, and we should look at this a little bit more.
Perhaps the biggest impact would be from, frankly, a complete redefinition of our taxonomy of disease. Right now, we define disease using very coarse-grained symptomology, some of which dates back over a century. And you say someone has Alzheimer's disease. That Alzheimer's disease diagnosis is based on the fact that they're acting demented, and sometimes there's some molecular measurements associated with that, but as at this point, not broadly used as part of clinical care. It is almost certainly the case that Alzheimer's disease is not one disease. There's multiple biologies that give rise to the disease that are converging on ultimately the death of neurons as a consequence, but the actual biology that drives that is often different in different people. 15 years ago, you had breast cancer. Now you no longer have breast cancer because it's not one disease. You might have a BRCA-positive breast cancer. You might have a HER-positive breast cancer, or a triple negative. And each of those has a different therapeutic intervention that has much greater efficacy because it ties back to some underlying core biology, which is different in different people. That transformation is what moved us away from the lowest common denominator, which is chemotherapy, to something that is much more effective, even if targeted at a smaller patient population. We need to do that for diabetes, for cardiovascular disease. And the more precise we get, the more targeted and high efficacy will be our therapeutic interventions. And you can only do that with a lot of very granular data. And the only way to interpret that granular data is with the tools of AI, because the human mind just simply cannot encompass that complexity.